How do you do this? How do you do that? It makes me wonder, man. Welcome guys, back to another video, and today we're going to be reviewing Wonder Man. Wonder Man is a new Marvel TV show, and you know, my anticipation for this was really low. I was not excited for this whatsoever. Saw the trailers, and it seemed like what I would like, because I'm wanting to become an actor like really soon, but something wasn't clicking. It was just like, it looked fine. It looked like an average MCU show. But coming out of it, I'm going to give Wonder Man an A. Wow. Best thing I've watched this year, dude. Wonder Man was such a pleasant surprise. Episode 1 through episode 8, I was skipping to the next one, not skipping, but like pressing next after each episode because I was so intrigued to what the next episodes would bring, and my lord, episode 4 of Wonder Man might be the greatest episode of television that will come out this year, above any Invincible, above The Boys. Like, I think that episode is going to stay superior. Doesn't go without faults, but there's not many anyways. But Rudy, shut your pie hole. But the acting in this is phenomenal, and I know the character in here, Trent, or the Mandarin, is a reoccurring thing in the entire MCU that no one cares about, but he is used very good in this show. The whole redemption arc that they gave him throughout the show is really good, and how they end his character is really cool. And he's really good overall. The story that he has with the main character is really cool. Speaking of which, going into the main character, his name, I don't know his real name, but his name in the show, Simon Williams, fantastic. Dude is amazing. He can act well while he's acting. Like, this whole movie is like, show. I'll talk about it later, but the whole show is not like, it's just an actor trying to get a gig. And so he has to go through auditions, and like, so I liked it. That was so cool. He was acting while he's acting, and it was really good. Speaking of which, one of my favorite MCU shows, if not top 3 or top 2, because like, Rudy, shut up! I'm not a fan of MCU shows, but this one, like, it did not feel like Marvel at all. Like, just to give you a warning, there's like maybe 2 fight scenes in the span of 8 episodes. Not much fight scenes. So if you're going into this Marvel project for the fight scenes and for the costumes and for the CGI, you aren't going to get much. This is more of just a lower scale, like, crimes throughout your city, trying to get a gig as an actor type thing. What happens to have superpowers? They're barely used. They happen a few times because the whole story, spoilers, is this company, I forgot what they're called, Department of something. They hired, this is a big spoiler, they hired the Mandarin to go take out or get information about Simon Williams. But he slowly becomes friends with Simon Williams, and they form a bond. And that's kind of sets up how Mandarin's story ends, which I won't talk about. That's a big spoiler. Really cool, though. But man, dude, Wonder Man was dealt so well. The director of the Wonder Man is he's an okay actor. I think it's just his character that I wasn't a fan of. It's kind of giving average rich director. But, that's just me. But basically the whole story of this is Simon Williams is trying, like I said, trying to get a gig, but he sees Wonder Man because that's his childhood movie. He went to the movies with his dad because he got bullied the day prior. So they went to the movies, got food, and he was inspired by Wonder Man to make Wonder Man and thought he was destined. So much stuff in this show. There are some downs. Like, I would say this show goes from here to here to here to here. I think it's still overall an A-tier show. I think it's really good. I am going to do the ranking of all the TV shows I watched this year. I forgot to do the video. And it's not that it's too late, but I have too much. I'm still doing the top 10. I'm going to do the top 10 most anticipated for 2026 in the beginning of February because even though January has still, movies are coming out tomorrow, but I feel like it's too late to, it's too late to pick something that's coming out in January, in my opinion. So, send help. It wouldn't have been on my top 10 anyways, but it would have been honorable mention. Iron Lung wouldn't have been on there. All the January movies, Return to Silent Hill definitely wouldn't be on there. All these, they wouldn't be on there anyways, but just letting you know. And, yeah, dude, Wonder Man, such a phenomenal show. Definitely recommend it. It's not like it's the most amazing thing ever. Well, that's a lie. I'm joking. You could find better. Invincible Season 4 will probably be better, but I just thought this was really cool. But, alright, taking a dive into why I love Episode 4. Big spoiler, I'm going to explain the whole episode. So, it's separate. Simon Williams does not show up in this episode. Not much. The Mandarin does not show up in this episode. This episode is about a separate superpowered being named the Doorman. He is in the comics, and he basically, it's the rise, it's all shot in black and white, and it's the rise and fall of popularity. So basically, this dude goes from being a doorman to being one of the biggest actors on the planet with his catchphrase, ding dong. But then slowly he started to get haters, so he wanted something to come back from and ended up messing it up completely and basically killing one of his best friends, eventually leading to him basically getting canceled in the new world, leading to him being erased from people's minds, and not really, but and he did all this stuff, but now actors with superpowers are no longer allowed to be in movies, and that's another trouble thing that's happening because Simon does have superpowers, and they're pretty powerful. He explodes a building in here, in this show, but yeah, and we get a big cameo from the dude that plays Olaf in Frozen. He's one of the main characters of that episode. He's in it a lot. Random cameo. Okay, speaking of which, they mention a lot of things about movies. They mention Megan 3.0. They mention Christopher Nolan. They mention American Horror Story. All of this stuff, I'm not going to mention through all of them, but, there's a lot of references in here. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, that's so stupid. Why would they do that? It's so dumb. But I actually really enjoyed it. I know why people wouldn't like it, but I found it pretty funny. I think it gave the show a little charm. But yeah, I thought doing that was cool. I mean, I know some people think it's oh, that's stupid. Why are you being so... I'm done. But they're probably going to think, oh, that's so stupid. Why would you do that? Fair enough. It is kind of, not for everyone, but I thought it was fun. But yeah, I loved Wonder Man. comment down below what you thought about it. Episodes 1 through 8. I might do a ranking on Instagram if you follow me, which none of you do except one, so, you know, it doesn't really matter. Or TikTok, which I know a few more of you follow me on TikTok, but, you know. Okay, but yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, hit that bell for notification, comment down below what you will see in the next videos, and I'll see y'all in the next vid. And Return of Silent Hill review coming soon. Sleepwalker review coming soon. 20 Years Later Bone Temple review coming soon. Send Help review coming soon. Ranking February movies based on anticipation coming soon. Sorry, I didn't do it for January. Top 10 most anticipated movies for 2026. Yeah. And Iron Lung review, because I'm getting to watch it. So yeah, peace. But when you're on the road and you don't know what to do, just remember, you have to wonder. And